partner. It's like the number one mistake I was making yesterday. It was coming off this and moving too fast off this and kind of fading back. Whereas it's an offset step, so boom at the same time, but this leg is going diagonal, so it gives me the chance to power up the right. Boom, boom. So fundamentally, ha, ha. And I just gotta get those 2 steps, but there's so many different combos that come from that. If you just offset, boom here, then you got your power leg. You either go back like round, or you go back like knee. So again, you're in front of the person, hit their jab, boom, boom. They continue to come in, bad knee. So here, you gotta play. You gotta land this cross though. Kind of give them a reason. Boom, right from there, fully exploding through that back leg. See, this is where no matter how long I've been doing this sport and stuff like that, this is where the little parts come to bite me in the ass. Because at the end of the day, if I mess up a sequence 7 times, there's 7 different disruptions in there that they can take advantage of. So boom. See, if I already took that step though, if I go jab, I can just go cross from here, grab the shoulder, rip the knee. What up, Justin? We're back. It's been a couple months. I know I've been MIA, but as a aspiring fighter, if things aren't in spiritual, family, all that stuff, and things don't really open up in the fighting world, it's all really connected. You'll find yourself super anxious because of work, and because that you're not thinking right, and because that your motivation ain't right, discipline ain't right, you're not eating right, and you're getting beaten up. So I have a decent awareness of where I was mentally to know that, I shouldn't have been fighting. So I took a little bit of a break, kind of get my schedule right, be, the best father to the best of my ability, because that's, the number one aspect of anything. But we're back, baby. We're back. It's gonna take me a minute to wrap my hands though. How we doing though? It's good to see you, Justin. I'm glad I still have a couple of fans that still, remember. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Being a single father means you don't have a lot of room for mistakes. And when you do, they're pretty catastrophic. So, you know, what was it, a 3-month break, 4-month break? Just had to get my stuff in line, so I made sure I didn't spoil the dream, because I know I'm more than capable of this. It's just about not letting things getting in the way. A lot of those things, like, you can't really plan for, you know? Nobody like wrote my story and was like, all right, he's gonna have a kid at 17 and have the easiest life after that, you know? Shit ain't easy, but that's also like, I don't know, that's why fighting is such a good, like, escape, but it's not really an escape, it's I don't know. It's keeping me in shape. So I'm at Savage Ronin now in Cromwell. What up, Alex? Can I see how hard you kick? Yeah, I'm gonna get into kicks in a little bit. What's up, bro? It's our birthday. Can you say happy birthday? Enan Bobby, happy birthday, bro. I'm happy to hear that you're spending your birthday with your boy. But anyways, if you guys are new to this channel, I'm a faith-based, fighter. I'm a Christian, born and raised, and that's what I try to continue to motivate and populate with. But other than that, I'm trying to make this MMA journey any means necessary. Today, we're gonna be working on boxing, cardio, all that good stuff. Yesterday we had class. It was, I'm gonna be mostly practicing the stuff that I was doing in class. So for background information, I've been fighting since I was, what up, Red? Red 2 Real, how we doing? Yo, if I don't recognize your names, but you guys remember me from my old live streams, say what up, let me know, remind me. What up, Timmy? So I've been fighting since I was 2 years old. I was 4 years old. I've been doing competition, karate, taekwondo. I've been a national champ as recent as maybe 2 years ago. And yeah, now I'm just trying to put everything together. I've done wrestling. I've done years of wrestling, years of jiu-jitsu, years of Muay Thai. Boxing is probably my weakest aspect of my game, so that's why I'm practicing it most now. And honestly, I really am going to be putting myself on some Mr. Beast kind of challenge where I'm really going to give myself 60 days to get ready for a fight. That's it. 60 days, get ready for an amateur fight, kick some ass, take a loss. I'll learn something about myself. We love you, Tekka. Yo, use that shit for an edit. That'd be fire. I fuck with that heavy. Boom. Yo, did any of you guys watch the Bobby Green beating up those streamers? Kind of hilarious. Can I do it with you? How would you do it with me? I don't know how to let people join my live, to be honest. I would. Boom. Turned off my camera. That's not how we do that. Okay. But yeah. So pretty much, I'm gonna give myself 60 days. I just want to get my cardio right. I think I have the skill now, but I just want to sharpen up my tools. I am going about this with a little bit of a different game plan. I've always had bad vision, but I kind of wanted to wear contacts throughout fighting. But with everything I've been seeing with the eye pokes and shit lately, I don't want to wear contacts. So I've been practicing, sparring, training without contacts or glasses, and I can't say that there's that much of a difference. I can't say that I'm all that much of a better fighter with my contacts. I can see a little bit better, because at the end of the day, most fighting is in a close, you're in a phone booth, and it comes down to more instincts. And there's a fucking sock attached to this, or is this? Yep, fire. Okay, that's how I know my wraps haven't been in use. There was a sock attached to it. All right. I've been lifting weights for a while and can barely see results. Any tips? Well, what are you doing with your diet? How's your diet looking? If you're working out, no matter how hard you work out, if you're eating a shit ton of carbs, no protein, not getting your water in, not taking in creatine and stuff like that, you're not going to be seeing any results. If you're trying to see results as in being lean and cut, you're going to want to be in a calorie deficit. So you're going to want to take how much you weigh, times it by 10. That's gonna be your calorie maintenance. So you're gonna want to eat 250 grams less than that. I did go to school for this stuff, so this is actually the only part that I do know. Everything else, I'm just a dumb fighter, to be honest. Do you do boxing? Yes, I just started. This is my most recent discipline I've been taking up. So maybe only the past 4 years I've been boxing. So I have a lot of work to do. Yeah. And, you know, I'm really taking this, like, training thing seriously. I'm going to be trying to do, like, 2-a-day workouts and stuff like that. One on my own, just getting my cardio in, getting, like, this skill set that I think I'm missing. And I'm going to go in for, you know, sparring rounds with boxers, sparring rounds with, you know, kickboxers, Muay Thai people, stuff like that. Fire. All right, it was nice talking to you guys. I'm going to jump on and get a round of the back. So it's going to be like 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes of me working. If you guys have any questions or, you know, want to learn anything specific, just throw it in the comments. I'll get to it when I can. You're also going to see me switch stances a little bit. It's not something I would recommend for like new fighters or anything like that. Like I said, I've been fighting for a better part of almost 20 years. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. That's round one. I need 2-3 rounds in. Oh shit. Caught that, you would have thought. Are you in the UFC? No, that's hilarious. Are you? So that's the goal. That's the goal, honestly. I want to put That's why I want to jump right into it. I think that could be a good, compelling like story and arc. Is I'm just missing the cardio. I know that I have better kicks than these guys. I got better punches than these guys. Better movement. I'm still young, so that's the goal. I'm gonna push to get out of amateur in less than a year. I think I could do that. I like putting myself up against the odds. I think I could get myself out of amateur, which means probably. So to get into amateur, you're gonna need like 3-4 smokers. Pretty much like unranked events, like high level sparring matches almost. Then you're gonna go into amateur bouts. You need to stack 4 or 5 wins of those. Then you're gonna be able to get your pro card, where you have to get into the pro scene. From the pro scene, you need a couple more standout wins. Like, you're gonna find like cage warrior fights and like those kind of fights and stuff like that, but as far as the UFC is gonna need another standout event after you go into the pros. Body shot, free shot. Yo, Marcus, you are steady. You are steady, bro. I will say you're one of the most consistent people in my lives. And every time you ask the same question, I will give you a hard body shot. I got you. So we're about to go into round 2. As you see, I'm probably looking a little rusty. I'm really mainly just trying to work this like off step combo. So, I'm getting in my range, boom, throwing my feints. I get into the face, and then from there, I want to step out, hit with a check left hook, diagonally step off, leave this here, kind of push off, throw them into my cross there. So here, fake, maybe I hit with the 1-2. From here, taking off step, hook. No, taking off step, hook, then diagonal step. That's what I'm kind of messing up right now. And if you see what I mean, these are the little steps of MMA that are really that separates people from being good and being great. If I'm in the middle of this combo, boom, and I'm throwing this punch as my foot's in the air, I'm not gonna have any power. I'm gonna be pretty open to getting fucked up for at least 5 seconds there. Whereas from here, boom, I take that step here, I connect with this hook, even if it's on a blocked arm, I know I'm protected on the side, and then I take this step, I turn my body to them, then I crack this, I'm in a lot better position to not get countered. So, boom. It's obviously what I just got to drill, because it's funny, because I think I have it better on this side. I'm here. See, I do take an extra little gallop step because I'm like faster on this side. So I'm like boom, 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 boom. Rather than literally a game of centimeters and a game of seconds, where I gotta be here, here, ha! And I can let that rip. That's mainly what I'm looking for, is just kind of get those combos clean. I'm gonna be throwing like knees in there. I know that's not traditional boxing, but that's not what I'm going for. Oh, the hard body shot, I got you. in there. M Sky, let's go. I love to see it. M Sky, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate that. Yo, if you guys are in here, you guys want to drop some love, make me know that you guys fuck with these lives and stuff like that. Just go ahead and hit that like, comment, subscribe, and shit. You know, we're gonna be working hard for the next 6 months. I'm gonna try to go live probably every day, doing some form of training. The biggest thing that I've learned within the past couple of months is that sports-specific training is the only kind of training you need. Why are you lifting? Like, are you benching to become a better fighter? Are you benching to become a better bencher? So I've like dedicated a lot more time to actually just training martial arts rather than having the physique of somebody that looks like they do martial arts. Whew. Where would you aim? Where would I aim my body shot? You got 2 places. You got the solar plex, you got the liver. Liver's on the right side. So if they're fighting conventional, left hand in front, it's gonna be their rear side. So it's gonna be a little harder to get. You have to bait it out like an uppercut. So let's say this is the liver right here. I bait out an uppercut, trying to hit that back arm to kind of shift their weight up, and I load that liver shot there. So, if it's in the front and they're conventional, southpaw. So they're there, I'm here. It's really easy to hit the jab, especially if you off step. If you're in MMA, it's gonna be really easy to side kick. If you're in that southpaw thing. What else you got? Super easy to back leg round. If you're in an open stance here, right in that liver, here, right in the liver. Same thing with the knee. All of those things kind of chamber and rotate at the same spot. So you want to aim that knee right at the liver there. Same thing other side. The hardest body, like my favorite body shots are the knees, honestly, especially when you get them in the clinch. You're able to grab them behind the head here, bring in, and drive in. Same with the other side, so you're kind of following them. And those get pretty violent pretty quickly. So the back leg round to the body. Basically my 3 favorites is gonna be back leg round to the body, that uppercut liver shot, and you just got knees. Plain old good fashion knees. So we're gonna do one more round. Is there anything you guys want me to specifically work on? So I'm flicking the jab out there. Mind you, I'm switching stances, so it's gonna look different on both sides. From my southpaw side, I'm a lot more like Philly shelled, because I like doing a short left rather than like the Conor McGregor karate style wide left. I am trying to work boxing here, so I want my stance to be a little bit closer together. Hand up by my jaw, protecting my face here. This hand protecting body shots. And I have my shoulder for this side here, so I kind of like to stay here, flick my jab from here, be able to get a lot of wind up on my hook. And I'm keeping my cross short, really just opening up the shoulders to get right under their cross. Boom, right under their cross. Like a body shot challenge. I would do one. What do you mean, like me throw a body shot at somebody? Because I have the shield at home, but I doubt I have anybody that would actually want to hold it. Yo, can I just say, secret to a little bit of energy is just like bucked up pre-workout with a little bit of salt in there. It's fire. It's fire, way better than a Celsius. So we're trying to throw punches and bunches. We're trying to get our head off the center line. We have a couple, you know, main focuses here. We have a couple focuses here. But if you guys are new to the stream, I see we got a couple people in here. If you guys want to like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. We will be having our first amateur fight in MMA in the next 60 days. I promise you that. Body shot challenge on the bag. Who's gonna grade whether I won the challenge or not? That's my only question. You're gonna gauge it through the phone? I don't think that's really gonna work. But, all right, if we're going like hardest body shot I could throw, it would be a turn side kick. Wait, what is that? Sky Lee! There we go. Shout out Sky Lee. All right, so it's going to be a jab as you step, turn side kick. Oh, fuck. Cramp myself there. What am I doing? Or like the teep kick. The teep right up the middle. Brother, I know I can't read. I mean, how would you do it? How would I do what? Body shot challenge? So you're talking about hook, either a hook, kick, or a knee. They're all situational. You're in the pocket, you need the hook or the knee. You're at distance, you'll need the kick. You know, it's situational. And Brother Grace, love, I know I can't read. You know, that's why I'm a fighter and not a cybersecurityist. All right, we're gonna finish up this drill. I get a shout out. Appreciate it. Hello, Shorts. Shout out my boy. All right, we're gonna finish up with a couple hooks. Each side. How many body shots? Clean, no boxing gloves, one. Because no matter how much like muscle you have there, I'm just gonna cave it in. Like, no matter how much muscle you have right here, me loading up, you have nothing on your stomach. Yeah, I'm gonna feel your liver. I'm gonna feel your heart. There's no doubt about that. It's 16:51. I hate army time. It's 4:49. Okay, cool. 5'10", 130 pounds? Brother, you don't want that. 5'10", 130, you just don't have the archetype to take a body shot. Like, personally, like your personality, it doesn't line up with a body shot. 5'10". Yeah, I think like, I'm like 5'9". I think I weighed myself yesterday 176. So it's just gonna be like an extra, 45 pounds of, I'm gonna finish up with some shadow boxing. This is gonna be the most important part. Like if you guys do learn and wanna learn anything about fighting, this is the most important part. It's about visualizing. It's funny because I actually learned about visualization and how helpful it was in sports, not even with martial arts. It was actually with basketball. It was always visualizing that there was an opponent in front of me. So when I got through my combos and when I actually saw somebody in front of me, I knew what to do. And I had every reaction predetermined. get that. Alright. That's the fun part over with. So I'm gonna undress, go work out. I'm probably gonna post a separate video about what the actual strength training workout is, even though it's mostly just gonna be cardio. I think we got a little bit of rowing on the agenda, a little bit of bike, a little bit of running. Fuck yeah, that sounds great. Super fun. I need to switch shirts because I'm bleeding out in sweat. It's fantastic. Middle or lever. What if you did the middle? The solar plex would have been a cross, which like it would have the same result, bro. If you're like that bony, no offense, I'm gonna be punching through you. If I have 45 pounds on you, like that's, yeah. But anyways, are you looking to bulk up? Are you looking to kind of put on some weight? You like staying at like the rangy side? Because I mean, if you're a fighter, you're 5'10", 130, and you're not even cutting, you probably cut down to 125 easy, bro. You would literally be 5 to 6 inches taller than everybody else in the division. Cheat code, walking cheat code. Literally, how are you 130 pounds at 5'10", actually? Can I see a picture of you? How many times before you puke? Depends if you've ever been in a car accident before. No, I'm joking. Yo, if you guys like, all right, how like, are you guys casual MMA fans? Or are you guys not MMA fans at all? Do you guys just watch me for, you know, some comedy purposes, or does it help, you know, make the day pass by quicker? Or are you guys casual MMA fans? Because I would like to talk about like Ian Gary and kind of some of the propaganda that's going on right now. But I don't know if you guys are about that. It's funny how unlikable Ian Gary could be. If you guys watched his last podcast, oh my goodness, not last podcast, last interview, it was so abysmal. I can't believe he said half the things he said. But I really am going to be using this YouTube channel as like a, I know this is like a weird way of putting it, but like a, it's going to be like a calendar for me. How many for you to puke? Marcus, I'm going to go with 3 for you to puke. 3 solar plex punches. But I'm gonna really use this as like an accountability thing. You know, whether I'm using it to, you know, keep myself accountable for not smoking, or like, you know, hitting my cardio, getting my martial arts in, talking about martial arts, teaching martial arts, because all of those things fundamentally are one and the same. The better you are at something, the better you should be at teaching. If you can't teach it, I think that's like the mastery level of knowing something. You know, if you're able to replicate it into like a genius level idea into a first grade mindset, like that's the ultimate level of like IQ in something. So I think that's the goal that I want to have, like start like a karate school, karate program where I'm able to replicate and teach kids or even people that want to fight. Meanwhile, still educating myself in like jiu-jitsu and boxing and like realms that I don't really know too much about, because karate is like, that's my backbone. That's what I'm gonna always rely on, like my kicks or liver to do next. What would happen after the first? I'm gonna be honest, I just don't think you'd be too happy to take anymore after the first one. Like after the first one, it's gonna be bad, my friend, if y'all get the reference. But yeah, I'm gonna use this as like an accountability thing. Definitely for the I gotta quit smoking. That's gonna be number 1. And I think the only real way for me to do that is to condemn myself through public embarrassment. So, you know, if I fail to smoke, I fail, like, and then I'm smoking, I don't know, maybe I'll have to do a challenge or, you know, burn some money or something like that. I'm gonna have to do something that equates to, like, you know, something. But honestly, when I'm training, I feel a lot less, like, apt to, like, start smoking and get into, like, my demotivated ways. I'm gonna be honest, as much as my channel shows me as, like, a killer, I have my off days. And my off days have been the past couple months because of how whew, like, not aligned I've been. Not alive, not aligned. I have not been aligned with my goals. But no better time to start than the present, than now, and I already have a decent fan base, you know. I forgot who it was, but somebody somebody commented on one of my old videos and was like, when are you coming back? And I was like, that is actually so cool that I've had any kind of impact on anybody. Because I don't really, like, you know, I don't see this as that. I see this as, like, keeping myself accountable, having a little bit of fun, and maybe one day it'll pay off in a certain way. But, you know, as for now, I'm just making friends, you know. This shit is kind of awesome. But if you guys are here, you guys are liking the content, go ahead and like up the video. Makes it easier for me to, you know, make content. It also sucks that, like, you know, all right, I have to figure out a better system for this because I can't play music without something else attached to the aux cord. I have this crazy sound system right here that if I were to play music, it would, like, it would be a lot more intense in here. But can't do it. Oh, this was the pre-workout I was talking about. Grizzly. I'm not sponsored, so don't even get it. But you know, it's good. I'm, like, not recommending it. Fuck, my shirt's like too sweaty to put in my bag right now. Boxer problems. All right, we got our hand wraps. I swear, I pack my bag like I'm going to the gym, like I'm moving out of my house. I always have 2-3 pairs of shorts, you know, my Crocs, my wraps, my gloves. Like, I've been told I do too much, and I would agree. Like, these are my shorts. Like, what the fuck? How much did I bring? My salt shaker for my pre-workout drink. And it's literally wide open. I have so much salt in my bag right now, that's fire. Well, anyways, I'm trying to figure out what kind of long form videos I should make. Actually, first off, I want to know, how old are you guys? How old are you guys that are watching my video right now? I need to know the analytics of this shit. What would happen from the second and the third shot? You would start flinching more. That would be the first thing. So you would start to kind of cover up and start to, like, you know, concave yourself. And then simply by the third, you would die. I'm joking, brother. Nobody's gonna be good at taking open body shots from like somebody that's trained doing it. Let alone if I have a 45-pound advantage on you, it's not gonna. Why would I do that? Why would that be good, my friend? Are you in a competition where you have to take punches from somebody? That's the only reason I would find somebody would be asking me these questions. So the most common question I get about fighting is like, why do I want to do it? Why do I think I'm capable of doing it? I grew up in, like, New Haven, Connecticut, which, like, if you guys look up Connecticut and stuff like that, it's like a super, like, violent town and stuff like that. And, you know, I grew up in, like, the worst of it, you know, where I was, like, the only white kid. So, like, you know, I was always getting tested. And, you know, it was never alone. It was never a one-on-one fight and stuff like that. So, actually, low-key, I do have one video from back when I lived out there of me getting jumped. And, like, it was like 6 kids. And none of them, like, that's the part that I knew I could always be a good fighter, though. They couldn't even hold me down. It was 6 of them. It was a one-on-one. So I get into it, start scrapping. Boom, boom, boom. He hits me with, like, a cross or something. I bet we're taking you down. Grabbed him, picked him up, slammed him for boom. And then bats, bikes, everything in my back. I'm like, come on, now are you serious? Anyways, between, like, yo, Rocky said it best, you know, nothing's gonna hit as hard as life. And if you're able to weather those storms, I think that's really what it comes down to. If you're able to weather life storms, you start looking at fighting as life and, like, a little bit obstacle, not something that's impossible. Anyways, what do we got up here? 50 minutes, fire. Love it. We're getting back into things. I appreciate you guys for joining. Thanks for the support. If you guys want to throw some last second likes up there, favorites, subscribe, stay tuned. We got some good stuff coming up. Like I said, 60 days. We will be in an amateur MMA match, boxing match, some kind of match where I will bring you guys along. And, you know, I'll have my video camera will be live, whether it's my dad, brother, I'll hire somebody to kind of follow me into the ring. And, you know, promote a realistic way to get to the UFC without being a nuisance. All right, love you guys. Faith first, family second. Stay sharp, stay active, and learn how to kick some ass. It makes you feel better. All right, love you guys. Peace.